Okay, so we are going to be working with comparisons again on this lesson. So that means you're going to be using the greater than or less than signs and the equal sign. So I want you to go back over and download your in-class activity for 6.8, and then I want you to label the first two number lines into fourths. All right, so hopefully you have 0 fourths, then 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. 3 fourths, and then our 1 whole or 4 fourths. Okay, so we are going to compare 1 fourth to 3 fourths. So we are going to look to see how many it is away from 0. Okay, so we have 1 fourth away from 0, and then we have 3 of these away from 0. So if we look at these number lines, it's pretty easy to tell that 1 fourth is less than 3 fourths. So you could write it 3 fourths is greater than 1 fourth. Whatever way you write it, make sure that those alligator mouths, the alligator wants to eat the most because they're always hungry. So make sure that it is facing the right way. So I'm going to have you, let's put some more fractions up here. So let's look at 2/6 and compare it to 4/6. So pause your video and you're going to equally space out everything on this next number line. Okay, so your first tick mark is going to be 0, 6. Now I think 6s are kind of hard to balance here, but I like to go into thirds. And then I split those into halves from there. So, and then I just copy on my second number line if I feel like they work. Great. So, all right. So 0/6, 1/6, 2/6, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Same with down here. And then you are going to mark where they are on your number line and see which is greater than the other. So if we have 2/6 and we have 4/6, we can draw our little bar to see. You can see how much greater 4/6 is than 2/6. So then you would write, I think this is sometimes the hardest thing, is to write and get your sign the right way. So then we have 2/6, it's kind of hard to write these, 2/6 is less than 4/6. All right, I'm going to give you a few more, and then we're going to go over to our homework. These ones are going to be a little more challenging. So I'm going to have you do 3 thirds, compare it to 4 thirds. And then I'm going to have you compare 3 halves. Move this over here. 3 halves. And we're going to compare that to 1/2. So pause your video and come up with 2 more answers, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I've written them both out here. I got all of my fractions on my number line. Now, 3 thirds, remember, is going to be my 1 whole. So my 4 thirds is going to be greater than 1 whole, so I have to make sure to show that. So I have 3 thirds, so I had to make tick marks for all of my fractions. 0 thirds, 1 third, 2 third, and 3 third. Mark it there. And then I have 0 thirds, 1 third, 2 third, 3 third, and 4 thirds. So you can visually see that 3 thirds is less than 4 thirds. Okay, so hopefully you were able to see that. Now, down here at the bottom here, we have 3 halves and 1 half. So I have switch my color up here so it's easier to see. So I have 3. Ooh, I can see where I made a mistake actually already. So, because it is not 3/3, it is 3 halves. So I have 3 halves right here, and then I have 1 half over here. So my problem would look like 3 halves is greater than 1 half. So remember, when you are working with these signs, that you make sure the alligator is eating the most, the biggest one. And that way, you shouldn't get them confused, because I know it can be confusing. So, all right, go and pull up your assignment, and we will take a look at that.